My name is Quenisha Ingram. I'm from Dyersburg, Tennessee, and I chose apprenticeship because at the time college wasn't just an option for me at the moment, and I felt like this would be something easy and quick for me to get into, learn a trade real quick, and yeah.
What was your experience like in the pre-apprenticeship, and have you noticed a difference since you've having money in your pocket? How has that impacted your life?
When I first started, it was hard. It was tough. It was a lot of challenges, but as you go on, you get better. Practice makes perfect, meaning you're just learning as you go in the trade, so every day gets better.
If you could tell one thing to parents or a student that's in high school currently, what would you say they need to know about an apprenticeship like this one, like an electrical apprenticeship?
I mean, to the kids, school, yeah, it's a big part, but just don't stress yourself out so much about it, because that's what I did all through high school, was stress myself out and really didn't choose the college way. But I mean, apprenticeship's a good step forward into doing something else, I guess.
Would you say now that you have a credential, you feel like you can market yourself? The apprenticeship is something that you feel like once you complete it, because you're involved in it, you can move forward?
Yes, I feel like I can. Like, I like this, and I wanted to stick to this, and I want to be able to get my journeyman's license and then gradually go into my master's. So, yeah, this is where I'll be.
My name's Thomas. I come from New Bern, and
Oh, you're good. So what did you think, like when someone said, hey, you're going to do an internship or you're going to apprentice here, what did you think at first? What did you think it was?
I thought it was like just kind of like working and then just making money real quick and nothing really more, I guess you'd say, but it kind of leads on to a better job. So,
would you say this summer, during your work experience and your experience in Knoxville, what did you like the most about that job and that hands-on learning?
I guess it was a lot more fun. You don't have to just sit around and read all day. You can actually get your hands on and actually learn how to do it and wire stuff up and pull wire and stuff like that.
Sure. You could tell students that are in high school, or if you could tell parents that have students in high school why they should do an apprenticeship like Amteck's, what would you say to them?
I would say it's a lot of fun. You just gotta like try your best at it, because you can really achieve anything if you like go 100% at what you're doing, and you can have fun with it. So I would just say do what you like, and it's really fun. So
I'm Austin Beaver. I'm from Peabody High School, and I didn't know quite what the apprenticeship was at the time.
What would you say changed once you did your shock and awe day?
I think that a lot of doors opened, and that I can make a career out of being an electrician.
Okay, my name is John Doherty. My title with Amteck is Education Director and License Manager, two different titles. Been working in the education with young people forever. That's kind of what we do. Very passionate about trying to get young people into our trade, because we have old people. That's about the best way to describe that. 55 years is the average age of our electrical workers. So we got to have the young people in abundance, more than anything. So we're out there with what I deal with, many different avenues, trying to get people in high schools, middle schools, and even elementary schools interested into hands-on work, because we need them as they become out of high school to start this trade.
What would you say to parents and students in all schools, all grade levels? What would you say to them? Why an electrical apprenticeship? Why should they consider being an electrician?
Usually I'm talking to parents, and I tell them what it costs, and they realize what it needs. They're all on board, because they're already, someone at the high school level looking at a college tuition cost, and the parents are involved with how to financially afford that. And I tell them that they can be an electrician in 4 to 7 years, depending on which level they go to. And during that whole time frame, they're not costing any money, zero money, and they're actually making money. The parents are usually when they understand it costs them nothing, they don't have to take out a loan, there's no student debt, there's no college tuition, and that their kid from high school is going to start making money day one rather than costing them money, parents usually get on board.
Talk to me about the reprogram. You've done it twice. You've done it once with Lake County, and you've done it more regional this time with a number of schools in the Dyersburg, Tennessee region. Why do you think that has you shifted your model into doing a shock and awe day to vet students, and then also more rollout in the summer with your 2-week career apprenticeship program?
Well, our Lake County pilot program was a good program, but here's what I got from it. You learn as you go. The students during their normal high school day were coming to a classroom atmosphere which was not out of the ordinary for them. And then they just felt like they were in high school. And I was trying to instill in them that this is not high school, but in their mind they were still in the high school setting. When they got done with that 2-week program while in high school, they really didn't have the heart. They didn't really, the majority of them quit before they started the work process. So we learned from that. Now, this one we went out and promoted at the high school levels, multiple different high schools, to tell them what a 2-week program would be, try to give them enough information so that they can make an informed decision, and then gave them a month, right, before the actual program started so they can do whatever they're going to do after high school for a month. And those who are dedicated, then they came to a class. They had a more dedication decision. Even with them, we had a couple not make it through.
John, talk a little bit about work ethic from generational gap, from baby boomers to Gen X to millennials. What are you seeing, and why do you think it's so important to promote electrical apprenticeships because of the work ethic?
It's there's a lot of opinions I could throw at those different generations. The knee-jerk reaction I get from people my age and older is that there's no work ethic in the young people, and that's proven on a consistent basis by a lot of people. Not everybody, but a lot of people. Having to work and learn ideal rather than to go to school and then hope to find a job, that changes the dynamic of the younger people. The younger people, they're instilled in high school and all through their K through 12 experience that the only success equals continuing school after school. And that's all they know. Getting someone to actually go to work and make money and have a paycheck, even with like a co-op program is great, but after high school they get a paycheck, a constant paycheck, and they realize they're making money and they're learning at the same time. For a kid, they don't know the difference. When I say kid, a recent graduate from high school, they're not an adult, they're not a full-fledged adult, they don't have bills to pay yet. But once they start realizing what money is, because honestly, I don't think in their upbringing it was instilled in them what money is and what bills are. I don't think that was ever in front of them until later. So work and learn and earn at the same time rather than learn and then try to find a job. That's the goal.
Now, if you could tell one thing about the Career Apprentice program for future students who are coming, what would you say is the number one thing they need to know before they come to like a shock and awe day, or in July come here for the Career Apprentice program?
I'd say they have to be like 100% into it and know that they want to do it.
stay focused, keep going, because it's going to be hard.
Safety's number one.
You know, from this position, do you think your perspective on the future, where you see yourself at in a couple years, has changed? You know, before this position, where did you see yourself at, and now with this position, have any doors opened?
I'd say, yeah, a lot of doors have opened because I didn't really know what I was going to do or what I was going to do. And now I get to like become an electrician and get my journeyman and might get my master's. So
That's great.
I thought I was going to be in college somewhere, get a degree, probably in nursing. That's what I wanted to do. But I like this because I wanted to travel, and I can travel and work at the same time. So,
I was going to go to college, but with this opportunity now I can make money and have a career.
How does it
wonderful.
feel to have money in your pocket while you're working and training?
it
is
feels
that
great.
a question? Great.
Awesome.
That's good. Thank you, guys.